Hello, and welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. This is Vexx. In our last episode, well, the first one in this series, we created our character, this handsome mug Vexx. He's a soldier. I've had to attempt to record this a few times, as there is a issue with newer games, or newer computers with this game, that's you're unable to control your character to actually move him as I am now. To fix that, or one way to fix that I saw is you go to your menu. I can't remember. I believe it's graphics. Nope, not. Where's it there? Yeah, graphics, advanced settings, and you want to turn this VSync on. That seems to fix the problem because, well, now we can move our character Vexx. Also, in the last video, we met our bunkmate here on the Endar Spire, which, by the way, is currently under attack by a Sith battle fleet. We met this guy, Trask. He is currently in our party. So let's continue on. Oh, yeah, still.
This is Carthel Nassi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, now 2 is going to be a little bit fourth wall breaking. Now, mentioning the electronic journal isn't quite fourth wall breaking, I in my opinion anyway. So let's just say, let's move out. Alright, let's see what this droid here has to say. Nothing. Alright, oh, door. Let's open her up.
That door's locked. I don't have the codes to open it. But switch me to the party leader so you can use my security skills to slice into the access panel and open the door.
Okay. Now, as you saw when we clicked on this door, it just has activate the door. However, if we switch to Trask, who says he has security ability, we have this security option here. Lets him slice open the door. As I was trying to say before that Karth guy interrupted us, this is kind of the tutorial level, so things are going to hold our hand a little bit, as you've already seen. Well, let's open up the door. Oh. Republic soldier holding them off. These are Sith warriors.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
Or, well, Sith soldiers, as you can see here. Now, I have the game set up so it auto-pauses when an enemy is seen. It's an option that can be turned off, but I personally like it on because it helps with less chance of getting caught unawares. Anyway, we can left click either of these 2 Sith warriors, or if there's more that we can see, but there's only 2 right now, to target them. The first option here on the far left is our attack with equipped weapon. Since we have a power attack, that is the first one selected. You could press the up or down arrows to switch through available attacks. We only have regular and power attack. I'm just gonna power attack. Now we can queue up to 4 actions at a time. That includes using med packs or stims. These are adrenal stimulants, which are temporary buffs. I pretty much never use them. You'll notice how there's also 2 other options up here. one of them is for force powers. I believe it's the middle one. And this far one is for grenades. Well, we don't have the ability to use the force or any grenades, so we're just going to attack. Let's do power attack. This just covers combat basics, which is exactly what I've said. So we'll just queue up for 1 power attack and 3 regular attacks, and hit space to start things, or bring things into the game. Oh, there we are. Cool, look at that. Let's see. Oh, we cannot loot any of these guys. Now, the problem I mentioned about us not moving always seemed to start here after fighting those guys, which made things a bit of a pain to continue. So, let's continue on. Open the door. Oh, there's more Sith in here. Let's go for this guy, he's closer. We'll just queue up a whole bunch of power attacks and jump and slash. Oh good. Trask is attacking the other guy. This guy switched to his own sword. It's just saying we can pause during combat, which we already know. Alright, everyone died. Oh, and we're pretty badly hurt. Let's see what's in this footlocker. Oh, we got a combat suit, long sword, short sword, and a couple of frag grenades. Awesome! So let's select our character. Oh, that's not the one I wanted, but it's a good place to show off our stats. As you can see, we're at 4 of 12 health. We definitely could use one of our med packs now. You'll notice from the background that we are of neutral alignment, which is what this light and dark meter is. Through future actions and certain discussion options, we can raise our affinity towards the light or the dark. Now, that's going to change the color in the background here, and if we go dark side, it will change what we look like a little bit. If you remember in the movies, a lot of dark side people looked, well, tired and crusty and all. Kind of like Palpatine after he used his Force Lightning in Revenge of the Sith. So that's kind of a neat thing. I don't believe it changes much for the light side besides our stance here, but we might look a little more noble and all that in our profile picture down here. So that's our inventory. It's not where I meant to go. This is what I meant to do. Our equipment. Now, we did get this combat suit, which gives us a defense bonus to armor, and now we're only allowed a max dexterity bonus of +5. Well, it has flavor text, so let's just quickly read it over. Even the most frugal of mercenaries know they need at least some protection from the rigors of combat. Although suits of this type are recommended for light skirmishes only. So it's light armor. It's all we've got, so we'll equip it. If you remember, when I first grabbed our equipment, I mentioned our weapon, this short sword, was a balanced weapon. Actually, before I go over this, I want to show you something real cool. First of all, equipping that combat armor does change our look, and there we are. Change our look as we're wearing something else. You press X. I believe this is only with melee weapons. We do a little flourish like that. Anyway, back to what I was starting to say, is we got this balanced short sword. Well, in that footlocker, we got this long sword, which seems to essentially double our damage. So we'll equip it in our main hand, and because we're going dual weapon, we'll equip this balanced short sword in our offhand. Notice it gives a minus of our to hit with each weapon, -1 chance for our main weapon, -3 for our offhand weapon. It would be worse if we had another longsword in our offhand. But we've got equal weapons in them. And now look at us. Oh, now if we hit X, oh, isn't that look awesome? Anyway, let's continue on. Oh, there's a metal box here which we can loot. Oh, gives us a med pack and $10. Why don't we heal up? Because we are pretty hurt. There we are. Alright, continuing on with our fight. Oh. The Republic soldiers sure aren't doing well, are they? Looks like these are pretty much fresh recruits. Oh, the Sith did collateral damage there. Alright, now you see we got 3 of them here. I'm going to target this one in the middle and throw one of our grenades. Because if we target the one in the middle, better chance we're going to hit the 2 on the sides as well. Let's see what this does for us. Perfect, we got them all in one hit. Haha. Oh, there's more coming though. I don't know how many, so let's just do... Oh, 2 of them. Let's just go up with our weapons. Aha. There we are. We got through that, no problem. See, can we... Oh, there's some remains for us to loot over here. It always pays to be a bit of a battlefield scavenger. As here we got $29 more bucks. Oh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there yet. I want to see... Oh, there we are. We can loot these guys here. Never know what we're going to find when we loot enemies. Oh, see? We got a med pack back there. Med pack and another grenade. Oh. Oh, sorry, droid. Got a parts pile here. Oh, that sounds kind of like a lightsaber duel. Wonder if there's a... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Wonder if there's a Jedi fighting a Sith up here. Wrong button.
It's a dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
Great. We get to see a lovely lightsaber duel going on. Aha, we won. Oh, but
that was
she
one
didn't.
of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, they could have used her help.
But she didn't make it, unfortunately, so... Come on, Drask, let's do it. Let's take out these Sith soldiers. Oh, we missed. Well, one of our attacks. Ah, we got him, though. We can loot the Jedi. Let's see, what does she have on her? Something called a vibration cell and a strength stimulant. Med pack. Anything here? Yup. Another med pack. Anything over here? No. Can we go in here? No. Even though this map up in the top left-hand corner kind of shows our surroundings and what we can, where we can and can't go. Oh, but this is the bridge. If you remember Karth's message, he said, "Everyone get to the bridge." So, we're here. Oh, not that it really matters. Why don't we take out these Sith on the bridge? Oh, they both grabbed melee weapons to take on us. Oh, look at that. You'll notice the little L with up means we leveled up. We'll get to that.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
I wonder why they want Bastila alive. Maybe they just want Jedi to convert. As I was saying, we'll go over leveling up in a few shortly. First, let's loot the items here. Oh. A lot of times when enemies disappear, they'll just turn into these belts on the ground. Not always, but sometimes. Looks like that's all we have. It's a very small bridge. Anyway, let's level us up, which is here at the character sheet. You'll notice we could either auto level up, which the computer controls, or we can do it manually. I personally like to do it manually. That way we can control how we level up. So we'll click that, and we'll go start off with skills. Every level we get a couple of skill points, which you can put into any of our skill trees here. Same thing about we can only raise it by by the class. So these class skills cost 1, cross class skills cost 2. I don't know why we can't level this up. We have the points to level Persuade up, but it won't let us right now. Why don't we raise our awareness and demolitions for now? Okay, now we go to our feats, which we can choose a feat. We got 1 feat point for that level up. Now, despite the fact that we are able, as a soldier, able to get access to mastered 2-weapon fighting, you'll notice that improved needs a level requirement as well. Well, since we're only level 2, we don't have access to get improved 2-weapon fighting, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I like to go semi-early if possible for toughness, which gives an extra vitality point for every level, and it's retroactive. It's good because, well, more health means less dying and less healing. And if all members of our party die, well, it's game over. So, and at this point we will accept. You'll notice our base health doubled there, which is pretty awesome. So let's just accept. You'll notice it originally said 24 before I accepted. That feat that we took, toughness, gave us 2 extra health points. So we're now at 26 health. That's always a good thing. As I said, more health, less death. Alright, let's head through this door. Oh, it looks like it's a bulkhead door. Double. What's going on?
There's something behind here.
Oh.
Damn, another Dark Jedi.
Uh-oh.
I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Trask, no! Oh, and he's sealed in. Now, before I figured out what was wrong with the us unable to move, I was able to select Trask to continue on moving. But we don't have Trask anymore, so at this point, we were stuck. We're not anymore. As you can see, I can still move. Anyway, let's head over to the starboard section and continue on. Now that... Alright.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Alright, remember what Trask said about the Sith wanting Bastila alive, and once she's off the ship, they have no reason not to blow her into space dust. And if we're the last one, we better hurry. Alright, looks like there's one Sith up here. And we no longer have Trask to help out with damage, so it's all us. Ha! One hit KO. Good luck. We can still loot. Oh, we got a sonic grenade, which is a new type of grenade, obviously. We'll have to see what that does. Actually, let's go into our inventory to see if what that does. Now these frag grenades have a short area of effect. Now we can obviously throw them and they do damage. Sonic grenades, oh, they lower dexterity, which for a ranged character means for enemies that use ranged weapons, they don't hit as often. And if you also remember, dexterity determines your armor. So this temporarily lowers the enemy armor. That's pretty awesome. Oh, this door is looking like it's seen some better days. Oh, there's Sith in here, and we just dodged an attack. Perfect. We're missing, and he switches to ranged to a melee weapon because, well, melee against melee is better than ranged. I believe you get a penalty if you used ranged against melee. You'll notice here, over in the grenades area, we have a up and down arrow now, which lets us change to our sonic grenades. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fight them hand to hand.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire security systems against the Sith.
Right. As I've mentioned, this is a tutorial level, which is why they're telling us these things. Oh, perfect. We got a bunch of computer spikes and repair parts right here. Can we loot anything? Now we got this control security panel or the combat droid. Let's see if we can't repair him a bit. We could do the tutorial, or we can work on reactivating. Now we could use 4 parts to activate his shields, and 4 to engage him in patrol mode. Which is perfect because we have exactly 8, so we could do both. Alright, that's pretty good. Now that helps. Oh, and we gained experience. We also lost items because, well, we used our repair parts on him. Let's quickly go over to the security panel. Oh, sounds like the droid. Oh, the droid's already fighting. Ha! You'll notice how the droid has this red glowy aura around him. That's his shield. Alright. That worked out well. The droid sure helped us. Notice this soldier's in red. He's a commander. Oh, got this prototype vibroblade. It sure looks different. Oh, it does more damage. Perfect. So, why don't we equip it in our main hand? And we'll, of course, see if there's anything to loot. Now, the computer that we didn't use would have sent a shock through this pipe here, killing some, but not all, of the troops, which would have thinned their number. Always a help. Well, let's continue on.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Oh, we could ask him, how do I know I can trust you, or who are you? Well, we aren't sure. Well, we kind of are, but let's just ask him, how do we know I can trust you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Makes sense. As Karth said, the Sith are about to destroy this ship. It's definitely not a good idea to be on board. So let's just board the escape pod. It's the last escape pod and the only hope of survival for us. Now, let's just jump in Thankfully, I think it fits too. So, sorry, droid. You were a good help, but you're being left here. Alright, Karth, let's go. Oh, we lucked out there. We just made it off before they destroy the ship. Oh, looks like we're tossing and turning in our sleep. Wonder what's going through our mind. Or what kind of dream this is. Probably not a pleasant one. I wonder who that is. It's definitely a Jedi and a Sith. I think that's the Jedi, though, and whoever she was, she won. Oh, well, we're up. But where are we? Well, let's look around.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
Alright, here we are. We can tell him we had a strange dream, like a vision, but, well, I don't think he really needs to know that. We can let him know, oh, we're Vexx. How did we get here? Karth, the one from the communicator, I remember. Where am I? How did I get here? Let's just say, oh yeah, you're Karth from the communicator, I remember.
You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
That worked perfectly. Guess I owe you my life, thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
He's been in worse spots than trapped behind enemy lines on an enemy planet. Hard to believe, but if he says so, we could ask why it's so important to find her, or just go Bastila. She's the one from the Endar Spire, right? Well, we don't know why it's so important to find her, besides the fact that she's a Jedi. Let's just ask.
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malik's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Wonder why she's so important. Actually, we can ask him about that. Why don't we do that? How can one person, even a Jedi, be so important?
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
That's pretty
Through
awesome.
the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
Huh. We can either ask him what to do next. We could say Basila's a Jedi, she could look after herself. We could say, how do you even know Basila's alive? Could just be a gut feeling. Or, forget it, I'm not risking my life, but we're a soldier, so that's kind of our job. Karth, how do you know Basila's alive?
But Basila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malik and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate on the assumption that she survived.
That's a rather pragmatic look. One person being able to do that, turn the tide of war, even if this battle meditation skill is so awesome, it kind of seems odd that if she's dead, the Republic loses. But anyway, let's just see what he has. See if he has an idea of what to do next.
Basila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malik's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it, because we definitely want off this planet too. We could just go straight off and say if it means getting off the planet, we can help find Bastila. We could take our chances on our own. What's in it for me? Well, that doesn't seem very soldierish. Or we could just say, any ideas where we should start looking? Why don't we just ask him if there's any ideas?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, we could ask him a few questions. The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we find her. Or we could go scout out the planet a bit. Let's just say the sooner we find her, the better.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
All right, now we can start looting in here. We got a couple more computer spikes and a med pack. Right, at this point, I am going to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. In our next video, we're going to start looking around Terrace. I hope you guys have a great day.